We got freedom to gain, we feed them the game. Turn on new freedom exchange, we freeing your brain. They tryna shackle your mind, no half of us blind. Remember the past, but never go backwards in time. The ancestors lived through us, they help us build a model community. New Africa is soon to be. So tune in to Sister Marsha, Mujahideen, Imam Bilal, to get your cultural enlightenment now.
Have you not heard about Hijab Fest?
No, what's Hijab Fest?
Girl, Hijab Fest is the event that Muslim Students Association at Howard is putting on. It's going to be in Blackburn Ballroom.
And check this out. There's going to be food and village aunties coming as a guest speaker.
Village aunties? Oh, there's a fashion show. Lashes motor here, she's going to be there.
Fatu? Oh, so why are we sitting here? Yeah, let's go.
Welcome back to another edition of New Freedom Exchange, your cultural expression for social dignity and community empowerment. I'm your co-host Mujahideen. Assalamu alaikum.
Wa alaikum assalam, and this is Imam Bilal here, live and direct on simulcasting actually on quite a few platforms, but New Freedom Exchange is the main platform for tonight. But we're also streaming on Instagram Live on HU.Hijab Fest, and we're also simulcasting to HBC MSA Coalition on Facebook page. We also on New Freedom Network as well. So all of those have like pages, so please go like, follow, and subscribe us on YouTube as well, because we're streaming also on our normal platforms as well. So I'm excited for tonight's conversation that we will have with the founders of Hijab Fest at Howard University. But before we get to that point, let us take a second to give salams to the audience. We have people listening and people coming in. So as you come in, please give salams. Let us know where you're tuned in from. Give us peace. Please share the live stream to your friends, to your family. Tag, and let them know that we are live. Brother Deen, what's going on, man? How are you?
I'm good. Alhamdulillah. Happy to be here with you all to share. I think this is the third one or the fourth one, Hijab Fest.
This is the third.
The third.
If I'm not mistaken, Aki, this is the third one.
We'll get to that shortly, but it's an honorable mention again to the community in Newark, New Jersey. Master Muhammad Newark, may Allah forgive our dear brother Imam Hassan Sharif, who passed away. Today was his janazah. A high place in paradise, forgive him of his shortcomings and misdeeds, and protect his family and give them comfort in this time of discomfort or unease. And so just wanted to shout them out and the community out and the family out.
No, absolutely. We're kind of fresh off of that janazah, which was really very much well attended by over 1,000+ believers from the state of New Jersey, across the country. It just speaks to the character and the deeds put forth by Imam Hassan Sharif in this life. It may weigh heavy on his scale in his favor to enter Jannatul Firdaus. For that we say Ameen. But it was definitely well attended, for sure, as we gave our brother his final rites, what is due to him as a Muslim, and as a duty upon us as Muslims, as part of those six things that we 6 items that we are supposed to do for each other, giving our brother or sister their proper burial, their janazah, shroud their body, and then perform the janazah prayer, and then follow to the gravesite, to the gravesite, and to place the body inside the grave and recite some du'as, some supplications for our dear beloved who has passed. Certainly, it is a very emotional time for the believers, not just in the city of Newark, but across the country. This is made national and even international news. So, for those who don't know, Imam Hassan Sharif and the community of Master Mama Newark and the work they have done, there is documented work on their Facebook page and their Instagram pages. There's also a launch good to support the family. You can go to our pages and find that as well. But please try to support the family during this time. And if you can't financially support, please do share the launch good. And please keep up your prayers and du'as for the community, for Imam Hassan Sharif, for his widow, his children, the community, the Muslim community at large, and his family and his friends and colleagues who were also attending the janazah today. So for that, we say Ameen. Before, on a lighter note, we are still here. We're still present, alhamdulillah, for the blessing of life. And we're here to bring some glad tidings of some good news. Allah has allowed us to bring us some glad tidings, some good news that we have joined with us to start our first show. This is our first show of 2024, of the new year, as they say, the new year. And no better way to bring in the new year with some good news about the return of a signature event that has taken place at Howard University, one of the prestigious HBCUs in the country, with the Muslim Student Association there. We have Hijab Fest 2024, and we have with us on the line some of the founders, two of the founders of Hijab Fest, and one of the current students at Howard University. So let's bring them in and allow them to introduce themselves. We have Sister Fajr Delane, Dr. Futua Senkori. I hope I'm pronouncing that last name right. Please correct me if I'm not. And Sister Nashwa with us tonight. Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam. Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Walaikum salam. Thank you so much for that amazing introduction.
Walaikum assalam. Sister Nashwa, are you there? Are you going to give salams? We are joined by our distinguished sisters tonight. And so thank you for joining us this evening for this conversation about Hijab Fest. And before we get to that, I want to do a quick, what they say, roundabout, I guess, or pass the potato around in reference to who you are. If you can give a quick intro to who you are, your name, what you're doing now, etc. Whatever you want to share to the audience to let them know who is Sister Fajr, who is Dr. Futua, Sister Nashwa. Who would like to start first?
Well, we can just start in that order. So, assalamu alaikum, everybody. My name is Fajr Delane. I graduated from the illustrious Howard University, HU, in 2020. I was studying international business with a concentration in finance, and I was of the team who founded HU Hijab Fest. And I'm currently pursuing my master's at Georgia State for public health, my master's in public health, health management, and policy.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name is Dr. Fatu Sankara. You guys can just call me Fatu. I also attended the illustrious and graduated from the illustrious Howard University. I studied political science and Arabic. I went on to get my master's in cybersecurity, and then I have a doctorate in cybersecurity now. I'm currently a cybersecurity engineer as well as a cybersecurity adjunct professor. And I was the president of MSA while I was at Howard. And I was also one of the founders with Fajr for Hijab Fest.
Excellent, excellent. Welcome, sisters. Thank you for joining us this evening. Let's start here. What is Hijab Fest and how did that come about?
Here's Nashwa. Nashwa's back.
Oh, Nashwa's returned. Nashwa,
Yes.
Sister Nashwa, Assalamu alaikum. Can you hear us?
Unmute yourself.
Hmm. She might be having technical difficulties. So while she gets that, while Sister Nashwa is getting her technical difficulty in order, we're going to start with the first question about a little bit about how did this come about? Hijab Fest. How did it come about? How did you guys found it, the concept, and what is it about?
I can start. And Fudger, we can kind of talk about it together. But we were having a casual conversation one day on campus, and we were like, there's so many amazing Muslim women on campus, so many Muslim individuals on campus, and we wanted something that represents us. And Howard is an amazing school, but we wanted something that represents us. And we were like, there's so many beautiful women. What can we do to basically talk about Islam in a way where it's like modest, and the hijab isn't like something where someone has to like sometimes probably feel ashamed of wearing, or just have like controversial conversations around like why we wear the hijab. And we wanted to just create like this fashionable but educational event. And Fajr, you can continue.
Yes, I still remember the day like it was yesterday. Oh my gosh, it was literally subhanAllah, like one thing after the other. Like, I think Allah just put it in our brains, because literally once we started talking about it and like who we wanted, like the pieces started to fall together. Like, we didn't know who we were able to get, but like we just said some names, and like somehow like the whole picture kind of connected. But yeah, it was honestly a really popular time of like, seeing Muslimas doing their thing like in so many different avenues. At that time, we had like Halima Aden, Ibtihaj Muhammad, who else? Ayan Ife, who was on like Project Runway,
Yeah.
and a couple of other people. But it was like they were on like national, international TV. And it was just like we really wanted a space to honor them. And I know I was scoping like social media at the time, and they would be like individually at certain places, like at Princeton, but it's like only one of them. And I was just like, I would love to see all of these girls, like Black Muslimas, especially at HBCU, like to celebrate them in one space. Like Howard is known for like homecoming, the space where it's just like the main spot. They call it the Mecca, right? So it's just like, what better place to get these amazing pop-in professional, great women in one spot together to be celebrated, to meet all communities. And literally it just started to grow very fast, and it was a great event, and so many different people love the concept. We had like a professional interview done by this New York magazine or news outlet called like Meat Feeder and stuff like that. So it was really a really great time. It was an amazing buzz. And honestly, it was really like a give back to the community. So just like Dr. Fatu, I should say, was saying, my sister, we just wanted something that we could celebrate. And Howard has so many great things, like just with Black culture itself. So we relate to that already. But it was like something just a little bit more personal to those that are of the Islamic faith, but it's also part of the Black culture. So that was one way we were able to do it unapologetically, being at an HBCU, where if we were possibly like at a PWI and stuff like that, it could possibly, I don't know how, if we could have made it that like, I guess, culturally driven, but that was the uniqueness that we had being at a HBCU, to bring all these like Black pop-in Muslim hijabis together. So yeah.
Nice. Now, how was that received by like the HBCU culture? I mean, you mentioned it. It was. I mean, you guys had an advantage because you were Black and you're Muslim. But how did the general Black community there embrace it?
I think
I
it.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
go ahead, Fatu.
I was gonna say, I think it was received very well. It was
Mhm.
something that they were like, "Oh my God, like this is super amazing," and they
Yes,
wanted to come. They were there, right? So
they
it
were
wasn't like
there.
like said this is a Muslims only event. We said, these are, who we are as Muslim women, and so many non-Muslims. I want to say it was probably more non-Muslims who were interested just wanted to learn more about what Hijab Fest was, and like we're doing now, why did it come about, right? And it was
Right.
so beautiful to just be able to share that moment, because prior to that, World Hijab Day is in February, so we did have World Hijab Day, and before we had the actual event, and we were able to put hijabs on women who never wore the hijab, who are not Muslim, but were so interested in Islam and just learning more about like what modesty means to us. And it was just so important to also just put out there that, like, a lot of the times when you think modesty, you think of like, abayas, and but there's Caribbeans who are Muslim, there are Africans who are Muslim, there's Asians who are Muslim. There's so many different ways of modesty that we wanted to just kind of display that and say, like, I'm Muslim, but I may wear my hijab in a different way where I'm still covered and still modest.
Right. And fabulous at the same time. Like, another thing is like that misconception too, like, people that are covering, they're oppressed, they're not fun, they're not flavorful. So it was just like really a great experience to just showcase our culture, our confidence, our pride, and our honor to be doing what we're doing and looking great at it. And just also showing people like you can still be fabulous by covering. And just like Dr. Fatu said, like, in that time, the model call was so big. I had people on my freshman year, like I used to have like freshman year friends and everything. The people weren't even, some of them weren't even Muslim, but they were trying to get at that model call to model for HU Hijab Fest. So you just have people just wanting to be a part of it, try something new. They were so receptive of like, they weren't even Muslim, but they were like, I want to wear it correctly. How do I wrap it? Or, is there something I have to say? And they were really taking honor and trying to do it correctly. But you have people from all faiths. We allowed them to participate, to dress up modestly for that night. And I also think it was just a great platform for people to showcase their talents. And we had different vendors. So we had vendors. Dr. Fatu, didn't we have like vendors coming from like the Middle East or something? Or at least we had calls coming in from everywhere. Dr. Fatu? Hello? I don't know if she can hear me, but a lot of different people were coming in from so many different places and across the United States. So like Philadelphia, New York City, Atlanta. So yeah, it was just like a lot of different, probably Detroit. I don't know. It was just a lot of people coming in, not just from DC or HBCUs. It was just like the community at large was there. And not only Black people, just kind of like everybody there, all different nationalities.
Yeah, and I think to add on to that, we had people flying from all places, and just the questions of this the first year you guys had this, that goes to show like how much we put into the actual event and how people actually received it, because I think that it was super amazing for people to ask us like, did we have this before? And we're like, no, like this is an idea that we came up with. I want to say we planned the first Hijab Fest within 3 months. It was a rough 3 months, but we made it through because it was just an idea, and we're like, oh, let's do it in February because that's when World Hijab Day is, and it happened.
Yes, yeah, that was a really tough winter break. Like, I am not gonna lie, that winter break I really didn't have one because I was planning, reaching out, doing contracts, itinerary booking, and then also when we came back to campus, we had a snowstorm. So we originally were supposed to do it at Blackburn, but we had a snowstorm and we couldn't do it anymore because there was a leakage or something. So last minute, we had to go and find a new venue. And we were scouting. I remember with Dr. Nisa Muhammad just kind of going like on my after class or something. We would just be hunting all over like Howard or around Howard to see like where could we book something in such short notice when we had this set location. But through the winter storm, it got destroyed. Not destroyed, but it had to get re-innovated or they had to fix a part. So it was a lot of work that got into it. But yeah, I remember winter break being tough, but we all came together as a staff and really pushed through. And then that media piece too, which is so phenomenal. I don't know if you guys saw it, but that's a really good recap of like, just about HU Hijab Fest and the process and the team and everything.
Well, this is great. And so I think I gave the purpose. I think we understand purpose to display modesty and different types of modesty comes in different varieties, different shapes, and different colors. So I think we understand that purpose, and also bringing out sisters stepping out in their excellence with humility and dignity, and showing that sisters can participate in fashion, but without compromise, and be strong in their faith, without the sense of feeling like, oh, I can't participate in this area, or I have to, feel like I'm in a shell because I got, restrain myself in that way, or have like a straight jacket, if you would. But no, you can still be modest in different colors, and it shows the beauty of our diversity at the same time. So, alhamdulillah for that. I think that's an amazing concept. The other question that I have, I think we talked about the diversity standpoint, but we also, I would like to highlight a little more about the expression for non-Muslims. Like, how was that like called, in terms of like the non-Muslims? You say you have more non-Muslims, if I'm not mistaken, you say more non-Muslims interested in Hijab Fest. Can you talk a little bit about that? And especially in relations to now, in the political climate that we are in now, facing in this country and in the world, with Al-Islam being on the front for a lot of different reasons, as we all know. So you talk a little bit about that, and how this concept of Hijab Fest can also be seen as a form of dawah.
SubhanAllah. At any point, sisters, if you guys want to chip in, you can just let me know. But yeah, I definitely think there was a lot of Muslims engaged, in the whole process. I mean, we were basically like, committee staff, like we were using all hands on deck with that. And some people wanted to participate in the modeling too. But the model call, since it was HBCU, Howard, MSA, we wanted to open it up for those that were interested. We honestly probably thought, probably more Muslims or just Muslims may want to participate, but it was just an attraction that I guess everybody kind of felt inclined to, being at the university. So we welcomed that, and I think us just kind of having good hospitality. And honestly, I just feel like the concept was just amazing. And the people that were coming, were well known. So it was just an opportunity that I feel like a lot of the university, Howard University, took pride in, and just kind of wanted to be part and to really meet these people and showcase. I don't know if you guys know who Sukaina is. She was my year. I think she was my year, but around that, she was either older than me, I think a year older or not, but she participated. I had invited her.
2019.
Okay. Yeah, so she was a year before me, a little older. And I had told her directly, I was like, girl, you need to come to HE Hijab Fest. I want you to be one of the models, stuff like that. Like, because she was already doing great stuff already. And she's so big right now. She really shut down HE Hijab Fest, like with her modeling. Everybody loved her. She's, mashallah, a very beautiful sister, and she's doing great. Like, she does stuff with like Maybelline, Kardashians, like stuff like that. Like she's into so much like modeling now and everything. So it also was an opportunity to showcase the great people we had in our communities on this platform and stage. I mean, she's doing amazing things right now, but it was just really great to be part of something that helped also to whatever we did to like, shine light on some of the talent we had at the university.
What's the sister's IG? What's the sister's name?
Sukaina.
Sukaina?
Mm-hmm.
Sukaina. Okay. Alhamdulillah. Well, shout out to Sister Sukaina. She was was she modeling already at Howard when you guys were there, or she became a model like after the
She was
Hijab
modeling.
Fest?
She was doing some stuff before,
Okay.
but I just kind of directly told her, girl, come to this, and then she did. So that was really great. A great opportunity. And the second part of your question too, I had
Yes.
forgot that you were saying, like, in the climate of today,
Yes.
how does that play a role in the dawah?
Mm-hmm.
And I just think that it is a lot going on for our Ummah right now and things like that. But I really think it's powerful just to kind of come together and showcase the love that we have. And just even now that we're talking about non-Muslims and Muslims kind of just coming together for support for one another. It has been very stressful times, last couple months and everything. But I hope that this experience could really put our minds together and kind of continue to pray for humanity and stand together in these hard times. And if people do have questions, I just hope we show up as ourselves and also to just being willing to, answer any questions truthfully. I think that's the best way to give dawah is just to also speak truth of what we know or what we know is to be true. So I think just kind of showing up as ourselves, our character and things like that, I think that already does so much. But also too, I think just also speaking the truth of like what we know that automatically can do dawah, but also to a little cute flavor of, modest looks or whatever the case may be, that could be a conversation starter of like, oh, what hijab you wearing, or where did you get your clothes from, stuff like that. Or maybe a sister is trying to dress more modestly, but she's having a hard time to see like what to wear. I was one of those people like when I was younger, like I love styling and stuff like that. But I also I had a hard time seeing people who like styled being covered. So I was like, if if I can't style, I don't know if I can cover. So, but then I started realizing there's so many different ways that people style and have their looks, and they look beautiful. So I think it's also just by representing the different fabrics and scarf styles and, gear that also inspires that sister who may want to, dress modestly, but just doesn't know how to because she feels like she can't add flavor, or she may not want to add flavor, but just kind of seeing different things. So it's just about that exposure. I feel like that exposure is really going to help create, that dawah, or just even inspiring our Muslim community to say, hey, I am beautiful. We rocking it. I'm prideful, and we really doing it out here. So
Excellent, excellent. And guess who's back? Guess who's with us? Our fellow,
hey.
your fellow HU alumna, Sister Marsha. Can you hear us, Marsha? Assalamu alaikum. Let's see if she can hear us. Maybe, maybe not. But while she does that, Sister Nashwa.
Yes, salam alaikum. Can you hear me?
Oh yes, wonderful.
Yes,
Alaikum
welcome,
assalam.
Sam.
How are you? Good, good, good. Can you? We got a little history now. We got a little history, Sister Nashwa. Thank you so much, Dr. Fatua and Sister Fadra, for giving us the history of HU Hijab Fest. Now we've come full circle, and we're back 2024 now more than ever. So can you give us a little teaser, a little appetizer as to what's about to happen in February?
Yes, salam alaikum, everybody.
Wa alaikum assalam.
I am the current female vice president of the MSA at Howard University, also and the head of Hijab Fest. I have the pleasure of having those two roles, alhamdulillah. And just to circle back on like what the question you asked before, like how non-Muslims are like helping us set the way for like Hijab Fest now. I feel like what Fajr and Fatu set the path for us to like go to modeling orgs at Howard campuses and ask for their help before we even start those model calls. We were able to lock in like the model of the year of one of the in the model org before we even do the model call. So I feel like it just made the process for us much easier and set the path for us just to have a simpler model call and even have the model of the year walk at Hijab Fest. Yeah, a little teaser. We have our special guest, Village Auntie. Like, who can't wait for that? I can't wait. Like, come on. I can't wait for her to come and talk to us.
Did we lost Sister Nashwa? Are you there?
Yes, I'm still here. Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yes, so little teaser, Village Auntie is gonna be there. We're gonna have a lot of exciting workshop. One being like celebrating the beauty of modesty with Sister Hakima, inshallah. Yeah, I think that's the only little bits I'm gonna give for today.
That's okay. That's okay. Because guess what? Right now, I'm going to take a 20-second break. I'm going to play this quick promo.
You ready? You ready? Tell me to go. Assalamu alaikum. HU, you know I'm going to be in the place for Hijab Fest on February 17th. I am so excited, but I got to see you in the place. You got to get your tickets. You haven't gotten them yet? Get them now before it sells out. Me, Village Auntie, I'll be in the place. I need to see you there too. See you on February 17th at Howard University, the Mecca. Assalamu alaikum.
And we're back. Welcome, everyone. A quick 20-second promo. And I think we have Sister Marsha.
Assalamu alaikum. I'm
Wa alaikum assalam.
I'm late, but I'm here. I'm glad that I got an opportunity to talk. Listen, guys, I love you all. Today has been exhausting, but I'm glad that I am able to just pop in even for a little second. I'm excited for Hijab Fest for you all. Whatever we could do to make it a success, we are committed to doing that. Listen, I want the people to come out. I want the sisters out in droves. There is definitely a need for the community to support these young sisters and their initiative to like maintain their Islam on college campuses. That's not easy. That's not easy. And so the fact that this is continuing, I know Sister Faja was instrumental in it getting implemented. And so alhamdulillah that it is continuing. And I'm glad to see her in the building today. So cute. But yeah, the fact that it's continuing and I just know that it's important for this type of initiative to get supported, right? There's that time in college, sometimes can be the transition for a lot of people in either direction. And at a HBCU, okay, I am a graduate of Howard University. I know how I get on campus. So any effort to like maintain your Islam in college, listen, we're gonna do what we can to make it happen and make it happen big. And they got the Village Auntie, y'all. Okay. I don't know how they got that sister, but they got her, and she is dope. So, alhamdulillah for what is going to happen on February 17th. I need you all to come out. It's the day after my birthday. So,
happy birthday.
Inshallah, I'm going to be trying to slide through on the day after my birthday, okay?
Yes, girl. Well, thank you so much. And we are so honored to be here. And thank you for representing us and just kind of helping share the message. But it's so, so important. And also to Dr. Fatu, if she can maybe chip in as well, like just the process itself, it was really a great process of just even building sisterhood and just like, it was a lot of like long, hard nights. Like me and Dr. Fatu were probably in Arabic class, confirming, different people flying in and vendors and, even picking up some, notoriety people. So just the whole process, I think it was just a lot of great skills we learned outside of just the school academics, but just in life of like how to host the event, how to get people contracts, timing, time management, who's running the table, what time we're going to be there, solidifying the vendors. At such a young, we're not young, but like kind of having all those responsibilities, just being part of this, I think really made and helped me with just my trajectory and just everything that I'm doing is just so much more like, hey, I've seen this before. I know what this looks like. I know the speed. So it's just really inspiring just to see us Muslim girls like that, I just to express ourselves. And I feel like our experience is unique because I feel like for the most part, I feel like a lot of us are ambitious, but we're channeling it in a great way, in a beautiful way, in a way that like, hey, I see myself, So we just appreciate the whole community coming out to support, but we really did it for you guys. Like we were like, we want to put on the best show, for the community because you guys deserve the best. We deserve the best. So it was just like, let's go ahead and put our talents together to make that happen. And I'm just blessed to see that, to this day, the name still rings and, the fellow MSA participants are so still excited and making it kind of a staple of Howard. So that's like, subhanAllah, that's beyond our dreams. Like, we really did a feasibility. I remember making dua before the event, just saying, this is feasibility for Allah, Bismillah, and then for it to just do what it did, that's just Allah's hand on it. So
yeah,
absolutely.
and all of that while being a student is amazing. I just want to reiterate that part, because all of that while being a student is definitely amazing to just be juggling it all. Like, that's the time where you like become, right? Like, and so hats off. Kimar's on,
thank you.
but we ain't taking them off for real.
I love it. Thank you, sis.
Love that. I definitely agree, like with what Fajr said. I think it definitely helped us as individuals, just me and her bonding, because it was like we were just talking about an idea, and for us to like just decrease that time between idea and execution and actually making it happen was just so powerful. And like you mentioned, Sister Marsha, that we were students during this time. We were still trying to figure out our lives. We were still trying to figure out how to, time management. And we were like, no, we're doing this event. Regardless of what's going on, we're doing this event, and just working through winter break. Like this time, what was it, like six years ago almost? Oh my God, 6 years ago, we were literally on calls calling each other. Hey, did you confirm this flight? Hey, did this person confirm? Hey, did this person do this? And then bringing more people onto the team, because it wasn't just us two. Credits to all the people who were in MSA committee during that time, and all the volunteers who weren't even Muslims who wanted to help us during that time. And just to see that, like, now, like, it's still happening. Like, Hijab Fest did not die. Hijab Fest did not die. It survived COVID, yes. So it's still happening. And just to kind of see, like, I've been on the calls with the ladies who's planning it this year, and just seeing all the things that they're doing differently from what we did our first year. The time that they put in, it's commendable. And I really appreciate, just everyone, the podcast, everyone on the live, for just, believing in us. We're here.
Excellent, excellent. We have some people tuned in. Some of our listeners. Sister Layla Abdullah says she cannot wait for the fashion show. She is excited. She's ready. I see Sister Deborah Imani Ukhta. Sister Deborah is one of our premier vendors in the community. So, she's going to have to bring her wares and get all our vendor friends to come down and vend for Hijab Fest. So thank you, Sister Deborah, for tuning in and tagging some of your friends as well. Sister Nabia Salam has sent her salams as well. Walaikum assalam, Sister Nabia. So, yeah, I mean, we just need people to get tickets. We just need to get tickets, come down, support the sisters, support the students who are really putting this event together. As you see and hear tonight, it's a big undertaking. It's not easy. These are young students, young scholars trying to get their education, trying to graduate within 4 years, by the way, trying to graduate within 4 years. So it's a big undertaking to put an event like this magnitude with these top-notch premier Muslim professionals, and et cetera, involved with vendors and a whole fashion show. That takes a lot of energy. So the least that we can do, which is not the least, but the very most important thing, is buy tickets. And if you can't be there, sponsor someone to go. Brothers, let's sponsor our wives. Let's sponsor our daughters. Let's sponsor, our nieces, all that good stuff. Our mothers, our ummis. Let's get all the people down to Howard on February the 17th, inshallah. It's going to be a great event. It's going to be exciting. It's the first one since COVID. So come on out. There's no excuses. Let's do it for the students, man. This is very exciting to hear, and you're learning it from the students. You're getting it from them. Best place. They're the ones planning, the founders and the planning committee, putting a lot of work in. So what least we could do is show some support and sponsor. There's chances for businesses to sponsor as well. If you have a business, you want to sponsor, you can hit us up in the chat, in the comment section, and we can plug you all in, inshallah, to make that connection so you all can sponsor this event as well, inshallah. So a lot of great things happening, and this is one of the great things happening in our community. It is a bright spot to our day, bright spot to our ummah. Right now, there's a lot of things going on that it can be seemed to be depressed and tumultuous time, but this is a time that we can come together as a ummah. We talk about this all the time. Oh, we gather for funerals and janazas. Maybe we gather for weddings if we have them, on a consistent basis. So this is an opportunity for us to what? Gather as a community and keep building on the aspect of community. So inshallah, let's continue building on the aspect of community.
And making a bridge, right? Like
Yes.
that's the
Yeah.
thing that I see in this opportunity to be a part of this event is that it makes the bridge between our next generation and us, right? And so and the parent generation and the next generation, right? There's always been so much talk about, you know, the young people in the ummah and where are they and all of that, you know, talk that happens and all of those questions that happen. And so this here is an opportunity for us to build the bridge that perhaps isn't there, or, you know, some of the bricks may be missing. And so this is the opportunity for us to make some repairs in that bridge and fill in some of those bricks that are perhaps damaged. And so I'm thankful to Allah for that.
Deen, you're far away, bro.
Yeah, we can't hear you so well. We hear you, but
you're so faint. While he does that, well, yeah. So while he does that, inshallah, Sister Nashwa, is vending still available? Because Sister Deborah says vending is sold out.
Yes, vending is still available.
Good.
We're still taking vendors. Reach out to us on our Instagram, hu.hijabfest, or even the MSA Instagram. Or I'm gonna drop the email on the chat too. So if you want to reach out to us.
Excellent, Sister Nashwa. Was going to drop that information. We're going to drop the information in the chat as well for you, Sister Deborah, and all the vendors to seek to come out. Vending is still open, so you can hit up the Instagram page, hu.hijabfest, for that information, inshallah. So, rounding about, we are at the closing mark of today's show. It's been a great experience with you all, inshallah, and we would like to get you all's closing remarks for tonight. Let's start with Dr. Fatua, inshallah.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. I just want to say thank you so much for tuning in, and we really hope to see you all at Hijab Fest. And like it was mentioned before, if you're unable to attend, please sponsor someone so that they can attend.
Thank you. Sister Fajr, on mute.
Yes, thank you. Assalamu alaikum, everybody. Also, just to reiterate, thank you everybody for tuning in, supporting. I would just say everybody continue to make dua for a beautiful event. And I'm wishing everybody that is attending safe travels, an amazing time, and really coming together as community. And like Brother Imam Bilal said, that sometimes we gather when it's sad, but like let's also celebrate good times and memorable times. So this is definitely a way to network, connect, rebuild your iman. And also too, Ramadan will be approaching, you know, so it's just a really exciting time that we got going. So definitely, if you can, definitely make it out. But we appreciate you guys putting us on the platform, hearing the story of how everything went down. And we just appreciate the community and support. It means so much to us.
Salam alaikum. Thank you everybody for listening. Come to Hijab Fest 2024, February 17. Come to learn, meet new people, watch a new show, try new food, and dress as you want. Come take pictures, post on Instagram with your friends. Yeah, get your ticket, follow our Instagram. I hope everybody's there, and thank you for your time.
Oh, was I next? Okay, yeah. So I mean, listen, you already heard my spiel. This is the opportunity for us to be together, to create sisterhood, to create community, to build the bridge. Howard University, MSA has a special place in my heart. My daughter's on the e-board there. Also, I'm an alum of Howard, so class of '02, School of B. I know you guys call it like something else now. I don't know how. SOB or something like
I was
that.
still calling it SOB. I was
Yeah,
SOB.
no, when I was there, we used to say School of B. Now they be like SOB, and I'm like,
SOB. Okay, yeah.
I actually was Miss School of Business 2001.
Okay,
I didn't win the Miss Howard pageant, but I was in it.
Okay, still great.
So Howard yes, the Howard definitely does have a special place in my heart, and so come out and support these young sisters. The fact that this is continuing is definitely amazing, and a mercy from Allah.
I mean, definitely is. Yeah, so Sister Deborah, make sure you email info@humsa.com for gmail.com. Please, anyone who needs questions about vending or anything other than buying tickets, if you have questions outside of buying tickets, please email info@humsa@gmail.com. If you have a question outside of tickets, so that's vending and anything else, sponsorship, anything outside of tickets, go to info@humsa.com at gmail.com rather for that. My other spiel is make sure that you buy tickets. Always buy tickets. The tickets are $50 for non-Howard University students. So anybody non-Howard University students, the community members, family, friends, whatever the case may be, it is $50. Can't buy that. You can't listen. That's the deal. That's a major deal. You ain't getting no fashion show. You ain't getting no New York fashion week of you have these big shows in New York. You're not getting there for no $50. That's for sure. You understand? I know that much. So listen, grab your tickets, head on down, carpool, charter a bus. I know that has happened. Some cities have charter buses before. Charter a bus. Gather your sisters, grab your crew, your besties, all of that good stuff. Come on down, support the students. Definitely, again, I can't stress it enough. If you're interested in sponsorship, please email the Howard University MSA so we can get you squared away with that. And then inshallah, February 17th will be an awesome event, one for the ages, one for the books for 2024. And we're going to keep building upon this aspect of promoting modesty amongst the young Muslim women, but just among women in general. As you learned earlier, there's lots of non-Muslim women engaging in modesty and wanting to learn, becoming more curious about how to dress modest. And what better way to learn that but from a Muslimah? What better way? And alhamdulillah, may Allah bless this effort. May Allah preserve you all, the founders and the committee, for continuing this noble effort. And, may Allah make it a success. I mean, and we're going to save the last word for Brother Mujahid Deen. Deen, are you there?
And we're back. Yeah, so is it clear, Kristen?
Yes, very good. Yes.
Okay. So I was just going to say that it's also an answer to a prayer, for those who were early Muslims in this country, especially, and even in Islam in general. It was the women who are most identifiable to the religion. And so when you do have this space where women can feel empowered and feel comfortable, not just in their skin, but in their hijab, which is their protection, as the sister said, and it can pop and look good as well and keep the modesty. It's a blessing all the way through. And we wish our daughters also, as they come into maturity, that they are able to continue that legacy as well. I remember Muhammad Ali said to his daughters about the importance of how God in creation cover things that have value, right? And so that's a way of seeing your wares, your hijabs, your kimars. It's a protection for you because you're very valuable. So I just wanted to end it on that note.
Alhamdulillah. So we heard that
I
first.
would say we'll see you down there, but we won't see you down there because the brothers can't come. That's cool. But
no
inshallah,
brothers.
we'll get our daughters and our wives and everybody else down there, inshallah.
Listen, y'all can be the transportation. You just gotta sit in the car.
Right? Yeah. I'm a chauffeur anyway. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that's a good point. I'm bringing the bus.
You can always
sponsor somebody to come. We'll take the
Of
ticket
course.
and the money.
Of course. Sponsor a hijabi. Hashtag sponsor a hijabi. So that's what we're top time. And, we pray again for a successful event. This won't be the first promo show, but one of many, inshallah, leading up to Hijab Fest. So, inshallah, stay tuned on this network. Same time, same channel, same place. New Freedom Exchange with an X. So don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. And with that being said, we hope everyone has a very blessed rest of your weekend. And we will see you all on the other side, inshallah. Peace and assalamu alaikum.
So guys, what's the plans for tonight?
Girl, have you not heard about Hijab Fest?
No, what's Hijab Fest?
Girl, Hijab Fest is the event that Muslim Students Association at Howard is putting on. It's going to be in Blackburn Ballroom. And check this out. There's going to be food and village artists coming as a guest speaker.
Village aunties?
Oh, there's a fashion show. Lashes motor here, she's going to be there.
Batu? Oh, so why are we sitting here? Yeah, let's go.
You ready? Tell me where to go. Assalamu alaikum. HU, you know I'm going to be in the place for Hijab Fest on February 17th. I am so excited, but I got to see you in the place. You got to get your tickets. You haven't gotten them yet? Get them now before it sells out. Me, Village Auntie, I'll be in the place. I need to see you there too. See you on February 17th at Howard University, the Mecca. Assalamu alaikum.
Sending love in every shade of brown to you. Sending love in every shade of brown to you. Sending love in every shade of brown to you. Sending love in every shade of brown, shade of brown. They say the first cutter be the one that sets the tone, to add pressure to a lesser known flesh and bone, to look different than the picture shown, and to be a rebel means you're not about to settle till you get your own. This one's for all my outside of the box thinkers, with bumblebee stingers and paper cut fingers and scrapes on their kneecaps. I know the pain lingers, the healthy way to heal a broken wing is to give it love. Sending love in every shade of brown to you. Sending love in every shade of brown to you. Sending love in every shade of brown to you. Sending love in every shade of brown, shade of brown. Yeah, the thing about community is how proud it is. We understand what well balanced and what grounded is. And love is the hinge that heals and mends, conceals and blends, and keeps us all covered. That's groundage is. We say it's all black when it's all love, and it's brown when it's all good. Groundages, we help heal the hurt. So put us on. So put us on. I said you gotta put us on.
Legacy, legacy, brothers and sisters, let's celebrate. Legacy, legacy, Muslim Journal, 60 years today. Legacy, legacy, our history, our perspective, our way. Legacy, legacy, Islam is our path, success away. Legacy, legacy, visit muslimjournal.net online. Legacy, legacy, text sponsor the 999. Legacy, legacy, 999. Legacy, legacy, muslimjournal.net online. Legacy, legacy, brothers and sisters, let's celebrate. Legacy, legacy, Muslim Journal, 60 years today. Legacy, legacy, our history, our perspective, our way. Legacy, legacy, Islam is our path, success away. Legacy, legacy, visit muslimjournal.net online. Legacy, legacy, text sponsor the 999. Legacy, legacy, 999. Legacy, legacy, muslimjournal.net online.